It is time for another theme park coasting top 10 video where we count down the top 10 rides and attractions at theme parks all around the world. So join me today as we count down the top 10 rides at Morey's Pier. In at number 10 we are heading into Phloom. Since its debut back in 1985, this ride has always been a classic and one which many people do on every single visit, as long as it is sunny. Normally on these beachfront log flumes you will expect one or two drops with no layout in between. However, what I do love about Phloom is that it lasts for a total of 7 minutes, consisting of not only drops and lift hills but also a really fun tunnel section in between, as well as a lot of track giving you an amazing view of the sea. So on a nice hot New Jersey day, nothing beats a ride on Phloom. Me hearties, we have got Riptide at number 9 for Morey's Piers pirate ship, and if you wish to take sail on some very choppy seas, this is a perfect ride for you. Nevertheless, we quite often avoid this ride on our visit towards the pier, as there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of pirate ships around the world, and would rather ride the more unique attractions or ones which give a little bit more of a great view of the park. If you do choose to board though, you will swing back and forward for 2 minutes across the 7 seas. First roller coaster on the list, our number 8 spot is going towards Runaway Tram, but you surely wouldn't run away from this ride, as it is a great family coaster with many unique elements, making it perfect for a first ride or just another coaster cred. In addition to this, it has to be one of the coolest and funniest ride vehicles that I have ever seen, so for that alone I think it should be at number 1. Overall though, more realistically, this ride is worthy of the number 8 position. Coming in at number 7 we have Rollie's coaster, your typical Piers steel coaster, but a still great one for the families out there who want a step up from the Runaway Tram. Featuring a few turns, some quite intense drops, as well as a helix, I would recommend getting this cred. However, to maximise your day at the park, we would ride it near the start of the day due to it only having a capacity of 4 riders per car, which means queues will definitely build up. For our number 6 spot on our top 10 list we have Wopper, which is another family ride at the park. Unlike Rollie's coaster though, this attraction has a lot of wacky theming and signs as you head around the track. Also, you cannot doubt the ride vehicles at this park, as on this wacky worm you drive around in an American retro car, making the whole experience a lot more enjoyable. And even before we talk about the ride, it is already near the top. Here comes the bad news though, as it is a wacky worm, the most common roller coaster in the world, so normally we would suggest doing other rides first, but with all of its awesome theming, this ride deserves to be at number 6. Top 5, Whoop, and for this spot we are going to be heading up towards the Atmosfear with Atmosfear, the park's 140 feet drop tower. But unlike many drop towers around the world, this one is by the sea, already making it a lot more scary or fun depending on how you look at it. As it is by the sea, it means that the sea wind will be blowing, making you wobble when you're up there. Once boarded, you will climb up past the awesome sign wrapping around the structure until you reach the top. Here you will get a good few seconds, which feels like an eternity, to enjoy the view before plummeting back down towards the ground at a speed of 50 miles per hour. This is our first ride on the list under the thrill category, so be prepared for what many call the scariest ride at the Piers. Who loves swinging on a swing as a child? Well, for our number 4 spot, Morey's Pier took your typical swing ride to the next level with Screamin Swing, an S&S Sky Swing taking you 70 feet in the air. In addition to providing G-forces of over 4, this attraction is like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. But for me, nothing will beat this ride. Well, apart from the other 3 spots on this list. If you do have a group though of more than 4, you will have an even better experience, as due to it being one of the smaller models, this ride will swing you back and forwards, but the rest of your group will do it the opposite way, causing a very fun encounter in the middle. At number 3 we have Sea Serpent, and if you have never done a boomerang coaster before, a ride on here is necessary for your next visit, and if you have done one before, you know what these rides are like and will definitely do it. It may look like that all you do on this ride is head for a single cobra roll and a loop. However, Sea Serpent is a little bit fishy, as once you reach the top of those 2 elements, you will go through them before doing them again in reverse. Yeah, you heard me right. You will do all of them again backward, and boomerang coasters are the only coasters that I have been on where you do a backwards inversion, so Sea Serpent is definitely a unique ride. Top 2 now, I'm sorry for the pronunciation, but we have got Great Nor'easter. Now, I know that everyone is going to be going, what an SLC at number 2. And when I saw it for the first time, I did think the exact same thing. However, after riding it, it is a very different experience from such torture machines as Kong at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Instead of bashing your head from side to side for a 2-minute duration, you are actually going on a very enjoyable ride while heading around many awesome banks, smooth turns, as well as some great inversions along the beachfront, making you come off wanting to ride it again and again. Here we are at the number 1 spot, and the ride which easily won this position is the Great White. Don't worry guys, I am not talking about riding a shark here, but the 25-year-old wooden roller coaster, which since its opening has always been a fan favourite, and a trip towards Morey's Pier would not be complete without heading round at 50 miles per hour, completing many snappy elements. My favourite though has to be the 225-degree swoop and turn at the beginning, really making a great start towards the ride. But there is also a series of 3 injector airtime hills, other bank turns, and of course a 100-foot drop at the start. Overall though, bringing the intense aspects from CCI to a classic wooden concept is what makes it the best ride at Morey's Pier. That is it from our top 10 video today. Obviously you all have your own opinions and we would love to see them in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, at the top we have got 2 videos that we know you will love, and at the bottom there is our Patreon page as well as subscribe button. But with all that said, there is only one thing left to say. My name is Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you for the next video. Goodbye.